Okay, now kind of shifting a little bit from Star Wars and going to the Marvel realm. Before I kind of dig into the movies and stuff, I just kind of want to address something that's not too big on the Marvel TV shows, as in Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Punisher, and I haven't really got that far into Shield. I'm assuming if I did get into it, I probably would have liked it, but I haven't really got anywhere with it. I don't know realism why. I just think I'm too busy to start a TV show. There's so many movies going on, so many things to go on that I can't really focus on just simply TV shows, more or less. So, well, movies. So I feel like that's kind of a big thing that I don't. So I just want to talk about um the going forward of the MCU. I like the idea of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Obviously I know that apparently James Gunn got fired because he was thinking too dark. So that's why I feel like that is a good idea. Because then he was hired for Suicide Squad 2, and here's why I kind of like that. Is because Suicide Squad is kind of that darker, funny-ish thing. So if he's got fired for his kind of dark road and humor, then I think that would transfer well. But off of Suicide Squad 2, let's talk about the subject that matter, and that's Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I like that idea. Obviously the Guardians are gonna have a kind of new lineup, because obviously Gamora is dead, but another thing that's been thrown around is that Thor will join the Guardians, and I totally agree, because I'm thinking like Thor's just, I don't think Thor would die. I just, maybe in the late future, not late future. I definitely, if he joins, I feel like he might but the thing is, like, if he joins, he'll steal the spotlight off of everybody, because that's what happened when he joined the Guardians. Nobody cared about the Guardians. You had Thor. But the chemistry works because, Thor's really straightforward and kind of makes jokes. So I think he fits right in. He's the jokiest Avenger mixed in with the Guardians. I think that works because you kind of saw it in the Avengers. The one big issue is the potential to kind of will Thor always steal the scene. Like, if it's not emotional moment, but like when you got the Guardians, then you got Thor. Everybody's gonna talk about Thor over the Guardians. But I still think the Guardians can hold its own because they're just such a good group that I think Thor will only make the group better. And as far as Adam Warlock, I really like it, But like I said with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I definitely would have liked the Golden Girls and that type of group to debut in this movie. But I get why they kind of set it up. But it could have been like in the beginning of the movie, have that scene with the Golden Girls, and then just follow that scene straight up with Adam Warlock. I don't think it just didn't fit with the plot in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but nonetheless, Adam Warlock I'm still interested about, because when you think about, how is Endgame going to play out, will Infinity Stones get destroyed? I know that there's been talk about time travel, and I definitely, agree. I think there's a lot of different hints to prove that. And then I get Quantum Realm. I'm assuming, as far as how Ant-Man gets out of it, Quantum Realm, I'm not 100% certain, but, I could speculate and guess all I want about how the movie starts, how the movie ends, how the movie goes. I'm gonna be wrong. I'm not good at speculating. I'm just good at, sharing my opinion. But I am like Adam Warlock because, in the comics, he was played such a big role in the Infinity Gauntlet arc. So if you kind of make this movie kind of the aftermath of Endgame, and then kind of throw in maybe he finds a time stone. Maybe he finds, because I know he has the Soul Stone in the comics, because I do have that comic. If you hold real still, I'm gonna come and show you guys it. It's the Infinity Gauntlet story. And I'm gonna kind of talk about it. So here is it. So I actually, it's fittingly enough that I don't read comics, but yet that's very much comics. So I'm gonna sit down to make this thing. So if you look at the cover, Adam Warlock. I don't think he's on the cover. But he's on the back. See, this guy, he's Adam Warlock. And in the comics, he works with the Avengers, predominantly. I can't really remember, but at the end, he kind of goes searching for Thanos. And I think, I can't really tell, but it looks like he's working together with him. I'm not 100%, but I definitely think it'd be kind of cool to see maybe he get his hands on some Infinity Stones, because I don't 100% think it'll be the last of the stones, but I'm not certain. Because I honestly don't really know where they're going to take Endgame. I know that in an interview, I'm going to say this again, that they said they've never really done this in a comic, as far as I know. Because in a lot of movies, they are kind of basing it on comics like Civil War, Endgame, or not Endgame, Infinity War. So a lot of movies, they get kind of based off. But for the second part of the big Avengers clash, they definitely are hinting at the fact that it's going to be unique. And I like that, because sometimes when they base it off comics, it still is different. But it's interesting to see kind of this new story. But as far as where they can take him, I definitely think Adam Warlock will be a worthy foe, because, there are so many roles, so many reasons he can play. But I just don't want him to be the Golden Girl's pawn. I want him to really, potentially, when he gets born, he just destroys all the Golden people and doesn't remember it, so he isn't the pawn. Because I don't like the idea if potentially he's taken as maybe he's the pawn of them. I don't like that. But that's kind of my thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy theory. There's a lot of different places they can go with a lot of different characters. And then as far as Doctor Strange 2, I'm excited for Doctor Strange 2. I've heard this idea of a Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange team up, and as far as that might go, I'm excited because, it's all about Doctor Strange possibly teaching Scarlet Witch, but like I said, I didn't really 100% get. I didn't really like Doctor Strange 1. But maybe they can adjust that. I don't 100%. But the visuals in Doctor Strange were there. So, not all of it was bad. Not all. Just some times. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.